Easy 5-step discovery call script for new coaches. In this video, you will learn how to start a discovery call, how to structure a discovery call, and what to say and what questions to ask during a discovery call so potential clients say yes to you and your coaching. Welcome to my channel. My name is Robin. Many nutrition coaches struggle with feeling confident, even outside having a discovery call with a potential client. So on my channel, I help them gain the confidence to transform the health and lives of others, allowing them to build a successful nutrition coaching business. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure that you subscribe. When you're a new or relatively new coach, then you don't have any experience on how to do a discovery call or sales call. So you're looking for a script that works. When I think back to my first discovery call, I was sweatingly nervous. I only had a really rough idea of how the flow works. I saw tips like have a real conversation. How helpful is that? And I started writing down the entire conversation and all the side quests of objections and whatever, but I still didn't really know how to start the discovery call. So I was worried that I either sound like a robot when I'm basically reading off a script, or that I don't have any idea what to say. And it's important to me that I don't want to be salesy. I want people to work with me. I don't want to use any crazy tactics to push them to work with me. So what I want to share with you today is an easy discovery call script for new coaches that works and has been used many, many times. So we will talk about the flow so you understand the different steps of a discovery call and the specific questions you should ask in each specific step. Then we'll make sure that you actually have an authentic conversation. So you're not salesy, you're not pushy, but we will make the script just right for you. And in the end, the tip of just have a conversation is actually not that bad if we understand it. So this script will help you have an authentic, real conversation about the exchange of value. You will give your potential client a lot of use value and you will receive money value in return. And then make sure that you watch the video all the way to the end, because I will share some cheat sheets and worksheets with you that you can use to prepare yourself for your first discovery call so you're confident, prepared, and relaxed. Let's start with the basics. What is a discovery call? Essentially, discovery call is just a different word for sales call. So the key is that you develop a relationship with the other person that you have the call with, and you get them to say yes to your coaching offer. And discovery calls are really important because coaching is an intimate relationship between the client and the coach. So you're spending your time and your energy on this client. So you want to make sure that you're working with the best client for you. So that means we have to see if they have realistic expectations, if we can actually help them, and we have to see, are they actually committed to the process? And I want to make one thing clear. When you get on a discovery call with a potential client and you want to use this script, you already know them in a way. So you have been in contact with them, maybe through direct messaging. So you posted on social media, they got into contact, you were in their DMs, you wrote back and forth, you asked already a couple of questions, and then you invited them to a discovery call. And this script works for this context. And if you want to learn how to get people to send you a TM and how to market your coaching business, then check out the video in the description and also here. So what you need before we actually start is clarity around your first coaching package. And if you struggle to set up a coaching package, I have a video for your new and relatively new coaches here and also in the description below, where I show you how to develop your first coaching package, even if you have 0 clients. And just like in health and nutrition, the right mindset is often more important than the tactics, because the mindset dictates how you show up during the discovery call. and your nonverbal communication, your relaxedness, your coolness, your confidence, often is much more important than the specific words you're using. So I want to make sure that you understand there's no specific magic power in the words or questions that I'm going to show you. You can change them and edit them so they feel natural and authentic to you. The other part is you also have to have a buyer's mindset. That means you invest your time and your energy into this client. They better be the right choice for you as well. And if you want to find the right client for you, I have a video on that as well that you can find here and also in the description below. Lastly, this is going to be an exchange. You're not trying to rob them of their money. You're going to exchange between equal partners. You're offering use value, you're coaching, and they offering in return money value. This is really, really important. And if you want to learn how to price your coaching package, then you can find a video here and also in the description below. There's one more mindset that I want you to remember. They are on this call because they want your help. They have already decided that they want your help. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. So the discovery call really is about helping them make this final decision for themselves. Now let's jump in. How to start the call. And there are essentially two ways you can start. And you can try both ways and see what is the best fit for you. You can start by building a strong connection by asking non-threatening questions like, how are you? What's on your mind? And you basically say hello and you're looking for a good, solid engagement between you and the client. And if you want to see an example, a discovery call demo, then you can find a link here and also in the description below. Another way is, since you already know them, you can jump directly into the conversation and focus as quickly as possible. So here are a couple of opening lines for you. You can focus. So for example, thank you so much for being on the call with me. Looking forward to seeing you if we are a good fit. What is the reason why you're reaching out? Or you can focus on the connection first. So thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. How are you doing? Or since you already have a connection, you can say something like, thank you so much for being on a call with me today. I'm really looking forward to our conversation. You mentioned that you want to work on X, Y, and Z. Is this still relevant? And I'm curious, what of these approaches resonates most with you? Let me know in the comment section below. And also make sure that you watch towards the end, because I have a worksheet on how you can develop your opening lines. Once the first couple of minutes are over and you have an engagement, you move into the second step where you identify the pain. So your focus is not on closing them, of getting the yes, but rather you want to focus on the possibility of saying yes to you. That means they express their desire and their need for your help. And you are going to do that through the questions that we are going to discuss. But remember the buyer's mindset. You also look through for specific points that identify them as a good fit for you. For example, can you actually help them? Do they have realistic expectations? Are they committed to the process? So one of the first questions you can ask is, what have you tried? So think about step 2 as an assessment. You're trying to answer the question, why haven't they reached their goal already? And this will help you get them to say, oh, I'm tired of trying this on my own. I need your help. Just like in coaching, you have to dig deeper. So once you have a reason why they're not getting the results that they want, then dig deeper and say, why is that not working? Why is that holding you back? So again, we are looking for commitment here. What have they already tried? So don't assume just because a client wants to give you money that they want to solve their own problems. That's a really big problem when they think, oh, here, coach, is the money, now fix me. Instead, you're looking for commitment. They have already tried a couple of things and now they're at a loss. So you seek this willingness to make progress instead of this feeling, well, might as well fail at coaching as well. And once you talk about what they have tried and where they're at right now, you can start to ask about how they're feeling. Because remember, while the logic is important, it's the emotions that make the decision. So you can talk about how does it feel when you're not working towards your goals? How does it feel when you're eating these sweets or when you're not going to the gym? And then you can contrast that with how does it feel when you're working towards your goals, when you're making healthy meals, when you're meal prepping. So you have this opposite polar situation where they are pulled between the pain of right now and the hope of the future. Another great question in this step is, what about my programs made you feel this conversation might help you? Again, you are exploring what they like about you, because that will help you position your program and your coaching in the best possible way when you're offering it later on. But again, coaching is a really close relationship. You want them to identify the values that are actually important to you. So you know you're working towards the same goals, the same things are important, and they are not just a random person that just thought, well, let's have a discovery call. So again, the buyer's mindset, you also interview them. And the commitment is really important. I see so many coaches struggle with clients that don't want to do anything, or they're saying something and then they're not doing it. You are looking for commitment because you're spending time with this client. And there are plenty of very committed clients who are looking for your help. So if you have talked about their pain, if you have talked about what is not working, what is holding them back, and they're still not committed to that goal, after expressing everything they're struggling with, then there's actually no reason to move forward. Because if they're not committed now, then later on the commitment doesn't suddenly arise. So that's a huge red flag if they're not committed at this point. Questions are really important, but the value often also is in how to continue the conversation with your response. So a simple response is always a reflection. So you can reflect back what you heard, you can add meaning, so you deepen the conversation, and you're essentially confirming your listening and your understanding. Then you can also share a personal story, so you can share how you have been in a similar situation and what actually helped you make progress. Or if you may be a little bit further ahead, you can also talk about clients that have a similar story and then talk about how you help them overcome these struggles and reach a brighter future. Because once we talked about the pain, we want to draw the bright future. So a good estimate of when to move to step 3 is when you're actually getting a good understanding of why they are stuck where they are stuck right now. And then you can move into the next step. So if from the conversation it's not really clear yet what they want to achieve, you can simply ask them, so what would you like to achieve when working with me? And again, this is where they are telling you their desire to change, their desire to not move on their own or being stuck on their own because they are not able to move forward anymore, but that they actually need help. And again, if they say something intangible, you dig deeper. So from I want a better relationship with food, dig deeper and understand, oh, is this something like fewer negative thoughts when eating, or do you want to enjoy your ice cream a little bit more? So make it specific. And again, remember your buyer's mindset. If they're telling you that they want to lose 30 pounds in 6 weeks, then you're open to say, well, I'm not the right person for this. Now let's quickly recap where we are. You identified the pain, you have identified the bright future, and now you share how you would work with them. Because remember, they are on this discovery call because they want clarity on how to move forward. And what you can do then is sketch out a rough plan. For example, you could say something like, on month 1, we're working on getting the desired weekly weight loss that you need to reach your goal. And then on month 2, we work on maintaining this rate and make it easier and easier for you to maintain it. And on month 3, we will give your physique some finishing touches with special techniques and maybe some special training so you show up as your fittest self. And this step actually is really, really important for the success, because what you offer is a clear plan for success. So you communicate, you have done this yourself, or maybe you have helped others already do the same thing. At least you have studied it, how to do it. So you identify, this is the reason why it's not working for you. This is how we're going to fix it. This is the timeline and what we are going to focus on. This is so important because they can see themselves succeeding. You're drawing in front of them a bright future. They can see how they're going to do this, how they're going to achieve this, and how they're going to achieve this, and how they're going to achieve this. Remember, the conversation is you talked all about the pain, why they're struggling, how bad this feels, and they're emotionally charged with how difficult their situation is. And then on the contrast, you're talking about this bright future, how they're actually succeeding, how they're reaching their goals. And let me be clear here for a second. This is not going to be free coaching. You're not coaching them. You're not helping them figure out the details of what they're actually going to do. You're offering a high-level overview. So the focus is on the strategy, on the path, because they're stuck, they need help. So you focus on the way out towards hope and towards a bright future. And you also mentioned, but secondary, the number of calls they're getting, how often you will meet, maybe some of the bonuses you're offering, but the focus is on the strategy. And once you have explained what you're going to do, ideally as much as possible with the words that they have used, then you can ask something like, does that sound like a good fit for you? And if they're excited, then there's only one more yes that we need. But maybe they're a little bit hesitant. Maybe they bring up a topic like, I don't have time for this, or I can't afford it. And I have a video on how to overcome objections in a discovery call, and you can find it here and also in the description below. So you see and hear that they are excited. Then you can notice something. It looks like you have already made a decision. Have you given yourself permission to make that decision? This is really important. They made a decision, but they have to allow themselves to make this decision as well. And once they say yes to themselves, because they give themselves permission, you can compliment them. You can say, you can be really proud. I can see the commitment in making this decision. So you positively reinforce their decision. From there, you quickly recap your coaching offer. So you can say something like, we will work for 3 months. We are going to focus on the weight loss rate, on maintaining that weight loss rate, and then a finishing touch to get you to the results that you want. This includes 12 calls every week, and the investment is $750 per month. Here's a crucial step. And I know it sounds difficult and it feels uneasy, but it's super important. Once you told them the investment, you stay quiet. You're not going to say anything. They have to be the ones to talk first. Because, keep this in mind, you have the power to walk away. You have the power to say, if you're not ready for this investment, then I cannot help you. and it gives them the time to contemplate your offer. So you're sitting there relaxed, knowing that you're offering them amazing use value and you're asking for the equivalent in money value in return. And once they've agreed, you can discuss the details. So ideally, you handle the payment right on the call, for example, through something like PayPal or credit card. You schedule the first coaching session with them and you let them know, okay, I will send you the coaching contract and the assessments via email. And if you want to see and use an edible coaching contract, make sure that you watch all the way to the end because I'm going to share something with you. I know these are a lot of steps and a lot of questions. So how do you best prepare for a discovery call? Because you still might feel a little bit hesitant, wondering if you can keep all of this in mind while listening to the client and being present. So one part is it's practice. You have to practice this again and again. The other part is you can use tools like a discovery call cheat sheet. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit more in a second. Because even with the script in hand, you might not feel confident enough to actually set up a call. You're wondering about the next steps and you feel like you're a fraud because you actually don't really know how to create a nutrition coaching program. And you're hesitant because you don't really know what to say or what to do in a first coaching call. And you're wondering how to set up check-ins, how to keep them accountable, and what to do when they're pushing back. And this is where my free coaching session preparation kit comes in. It finally teaches you to gain the confidence to transform the health and lives of others through a free online course handmade for nutrition coaches. So we're going to talk about discovery calls, including a cheat sheet that walks you through the steps so you can actually have it next to you so you know exactly what to do and what to say in each step and you don't have to remember anything. The coaching session preparation kit also includes a checklist for the first coaching call and for follow-up calls, including a comprehensive explanation of how to structure these calls, how to do these calls, very similar to the video that you're seeing right now. And I'm also talking about how to set electronic forms up to keep your clients accountable, how to ask for testimonials and referrals so the clients that you get actually produce more and more clients. And I also have a 1-hour introduction to motivational interviewing. Everything for free in a 7-hour long video course. You can find the link to the course in the description below. Do you have any questions on how to do a successful discovery call? Let me know in the comments. Also let me know what was most helpful in this video so I can make more videos like this. And if you have questions or if you want to connect with me personal, you can reach out on Instagram.